Welcome to SGL Spiritual Guiding Light. SGL is a healing channel, a safe space for all zodiac signs. SGL is a place of awareness and transformation. You can become a spiritual guiding light today by simply taking one day at a time, by being inspired, by staying motivated, by encouraging thyself, encouraging others when time permits itself, and becoming the best version of you and leading by example. Welcome to SGL Spiritual Guiding Light. The channel message that I have is change is a choice. Change is a choice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the channel messages that I received, listener, and then we will go in to get some additional messages. Before I begin, all inquiries email spiritualguidinglight@gmail.com. There is no wrong question. All right? There is no wrong question if you have a question. Make sure you go over to YouTube and check out some collective and general readings over there. You do have available to you individual zodiac sign readings. Here on the podcast, I will not be doing any video readings until I am divinely guided to do so again. It just seems to take up too much space, and I really want to build a one-on-one connection with you, listener. And I feel that it's less of a distraction. So if you're wanting to see your spreads, then just come over to YouTube. That will still be available to you. For those of you who have been supporting Spiritual Guiding Light this far, thank you. I highly appreciate it. I thank you for showing up and showing up for yourself as well. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the message, which is change is a choice. All right. So the channeled messages that I was receiving was shift. And I believe that this shift is a collective shift, meaning you're not the only one experiencing this battlefield of things about yourself that you don't feel they're highly strong aspects of yourself that you don't feel. This is like someone saying, you know what, a listener, you are just so complicated. And it's like, no, I'm not complicated. I'm a strong individual, and I'm a truthful individual, and I value my truths. So it's kind of like there's aspects of yourself that you need to acknowledge at this time, and it's a collective energy. It's kind of like evolving. It's like an evolving shift of not compromising yourself, but evolving certain characteristics about yourself so that you can become more relatable than problematic with people who typically, it's like having to be hip and be part of a trend to reach a certain demographics to understand you. You're not going to go through this shift of evolving strong characteristics about yourself that causes you to lose yourself. Pretty much what this is going to do is release you and relieve you from having to go out of your way for those who that is a majority within the collective, because now they're seeing that they need the strong more than ever. if that makes sense. Moving forward, moved was channeling. Some of you feel like you have to move in order to really feel the effect, like things are changing. I'm here to tell you that for some of you, it's like a 1%. It's like a clean slate, okay, a new environment, but your own shadow self is going to follow you through other people. You're going to identify those things. So it's like technically until you overcome your shadow self where you are, moving is just basically you're just taking your problems or whatever it is that you're running away from to a new territory. And then that's where it comes into play, where it's a small world. Right? What you thought that you were running away from resurfaces itself when you least expect it. Or for some of you, you're wanting to move for a new employment opportunity to realize that those energies are going to follow you because you have to change and actually step up for yourself and not go through being bullied at work. And then turn was channeled. It's your turn. You have all open floor. The ball is in your court. It's like, what do you want to change right now? And if there's nothing that you want to change right now, don't feel obligated or don't feel bad or don't be hard on yourself because you don't feel like there's nothing wrong with you. And we have alteration. There's going to be an awakening for some of you who don't feel like there's nothing wrong with you. You'll be able to start seeing because people who care about you are saying, yo, listener, this hurt my feelings. Yo, listener, you're not giving me any attention. Yo, listener, I actually like you, but you don't see it. Yo, listener, can you just give me a moment? Can you make me feel like I exist? Or this is you, listener. This is how you're feeling. And you're needing to be heard at this time. So the change is the form of communication. You're no longer, because obviously your body language is not communicating clearly. So now you're in the process of speaking with a desired request of what it is that you need to change, or what it is that you want from someone else to change, or what it is in pertaining to your environment, your circumstance. What is it that you want to change? Okay. Change is good. And then we have convert, and I channeled and do what feels what's right at this time. Whatever your strong beliefs are, if you feel like you're a motivated person, that's the kind of person that you want to be, then accept that. Don't allow someone to tell you that you're doing too much. Oh, you're doing too much. Tone it down. You're not God. No, don't allow anyone to rain on your anointing. Like a raining parade, trying to take away the enjoyment and the inspiration that you provide. All right. Obviously, whoever's trying to rain on your parade, basically, it's something about the way you're presenting yourself. They're having a breakthrough, and they don't want to have a breakthrough. Change is good, like I said. And then we have movement. And when movement was generated, it gave me rehabilitation. Someone needs to take one day at a time. You need to be practical and don't try to push it so hard. I'm talking to someone where you don't have the means to actually go see a physical therapist or a chiropractor, anything that has to do with rehabilitation that's going to help change, will reduce a disability that you have, you need to set small goals at this time. Small goals. Okay? And it will build itself up. All right? You are going to have days of disencouragement, but you are going to need to acknowledge that you are putting in the work to change the situation. You're making the choice to reduce a disability that you have. We have traditional relationships here. And pertaining to traditional relationships, they don't want to conform to the world. And I'm here to tell you that traditional relationships still exist. It's just your connections are not traditional connections. So there is a sense of straddling the fence. Okay. We have change is already happening. Feeling relief confirms change. Implement we more than I for some of you. And others of you, you're going to need to implement I more than we. Place yourself where it fits. Put yourself first. Putting yourself first doesn't make you selfish, listener. Putting yourself first individualizes you as a person. This is a way of claiming your sense of independence. Taking out moments. Just one moment. I need to highlight this because I'm channeling something, but I need to finish your channeled messages, and I'm going to come back to this about this is a way of claiming your independence. I'm just going to say it. It's connected to your weekly of the Fool. Okay. This is a clean slate, a clean opportunity. And that's how you need to look at each day, as a clean slate, a clean opportunity. All right. Moving forward, all of a sudden my pen is not even working. That's just ironic. But that's not going to stop your reading. So take out moments to rethink, to refocus before action. All right. Take out moments, listener, to rethink, to refocus before taking any action. This is action of a verbal communication. Pay attention to what it is that you're getting ready to say before saying it. Don't just be talking. Okay? Know what you're going to do in pertaining to, okay, plan your day. Start off small. Okay? If I'm going to work today, how do I want to be seen at work today? What kind of attitude do I want to have at work today? And for some of you, you wake up motivated, and the moment you get in your motor vehicle and you're in that traffic, now you're disturbed again. And you have to be able to reset, but that is a choice. Do you want to take the vibes from the chaos of all this energy in traffic, trying to get from point A to point B, and now you made it to your destination? Before getting out of your motor vehicle, you have the choice to reset back to how you were feeling before you got in your motor vehicle. Okay? So take out moments to rethink, to refocus before action. All right? And into this becomes into this practice of stopping and basically refocusing, rethinking is basically substituting with options. And refocusing is literally saying, okay, I've set what I'm getting ready to do. Now I'm going to take action. All right. Moving forward, being competitive with your shadow self makes you feel like a failure. And the example that I can give for you, this is like someone saying, you know what, I know I don't want to eat meat anymore, right? And you know you love meat. So you tell yourself, I'm not going to eat meat anymore. And then you find yourself eating meat again. Your shadow self knows what you like. So it's then all of a sudden there's these different kind of meat selections where it's like, man, I really want to stop eating meat, right? And it's a choice. You don't have to be competitive with your shadow self because your shadow self will win. It's like the saying, the devil knows exactly what you want, right? So it's like you're going to need to not compromise with your shadow self, but balance it out where you're being practical. And it's like, okay, I'm going to try to only eat meat once a week. And then 1 week, I'm just not going to eat meat, right? For some of you, you're going to need to substitute. What are things that taste like meat or have a texture like meat, right? Where now you are compromising your shadow self. Your shadow self thinks you're eating meat, right? And then you realize, like, you know what? I haven't been eating meat for quite some time. And then your shadow self, that's that saying, how to outwit the devil, or how to something in that sense of nature. Anywho, moving forward, listener, reconsider and accept whatever this is that feels like it has a hold over you. Let me say it again. Reconsider and accept whatever this is that feels like it has a hold over you. Okay? Um, you don't have to call it out. For some of you, it can be a sense of adversity. It could be a sense of overindulging. It could be a sense of too much compassion with less boundaries. It could be too much honesty with no honesty in return. It's like whatever you feel has a hold over you at this time, it's like accept it, accept what is, and then creating a plan. How do you start creating that plan? Okay, what do you want to change? This is your choice, your free will. Moving forward, shake off the worry, shake off the disappointment, shake it off and give it a shake. Okay? You can do it. It actually feels good. Okay? Shake it off. Shake it off. For the most part, if you're in your car, people would think you're just dancing to your music. So just shake it off, right? Fill in the blank, listener, of what you currently want to shake off. I want to shake off being mad right now. I want to shake off, being disappointed. You may feel violated, shake it off. You may feel disrespected, shake it off. Your strength is becoming stronger. Take a moment to acknowledge that. Your strength is becoming stronger. Listener, when you're ready, you will know. You will know. You will know. When you're ready, you will know. All right? You'll have your moment. Shaking off the tears. That moment of It's no longer why it took so long. It's more so of I've learned so much. Seeing the good out of difficult situations or circumstances is a powerful tool that you use, listener. Don't feed into you changed up, don't get lost in the rabbit hole because someone says, you know what, listener, you're changing. You changed up. You're different. You're not the same. Say thank you. I've made the choice to make the necessary changes for me. Thank you for acknowledging that. I really needed that. That helped me because I actually thought that, something was wrong with me. Okay? And that will correct whoever is trying to rain on your parade. It is definitely, I believe that is the 7 of Wands, recognition. Let me confirm. Let me look in this deck here. Your tarot deck. I believe it is the 7 of Wands, fire energy. Needing to celebrate. Just a moment. I'm looking. It's like if I don't move any fast enough, because I know some of you, time permits itself, but you can, guess what? Pause it and come back. Okay. Let me see. 7. No, it's not the 7 of Wands. Okay. 7 of Wands is, having your guard up, being defensive. And for others, intuitively, that's my card of people are trying to help you, but you have trust issues and you don't see it. Okay, so it must be the 6 of Wands then. Let me find it. Yeah, it's the 6 of Wands, recognition. Okay, so yeah, recognition. And when you put these people in their place, not in a derogatory way or not in a disrespectful way, it's acknowledging what they're saying, but reinforcing it in a positive way, which they saw in you, but how they expressed it was to make you feel the lack thereof. You get what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I see listener over there doing good, smiling, happy. Oh, so I'm going to go over there and bother you and say, oh, listener, why are you happy? Right? Oh, thank you for acknowledging that I was happy because I thought something was wrong with me. And it makes them look like, okay, well, I must be miserable. You get what I'm saying? Put an adult child back into their place because we're all, no one is exempt, but I'm a child of God. That's my belief system. Okay. And I don't know if I have any atheists in our community, but no one is exempt. But I will not debate with you, okay, that we're all my belief is that we're all God's children, right? And pertaining to energy, I totally agree with you. Like we're all one source. I do believe that. Moving forward, back to the message, change is a choice. So don't give people that power. Actually, reinforce that recognition, right? Instead of allowing people to rain on your parade, okay? And the next thing you know they're attracted to you. It's like those strong identities where two people clash and now they're best friends. It's that type of energy, right? Where are we? Bear with me, listener. Okay, it says your choice, your free will. Let me see. Oh, when you're ready, you'll know your choice, your free will change. And that is good. Seeing the good out of difficult situations or chances or circumstances. You'll know that you'll know that you're making sound, good decisions because your circumstances, your situations no longer feel difficult. Okay. That's where we are. Listener. You have to accept that you are changing for good and enjoy your moment of wanting more. All right. For some of you, you're wanting more for you, for your loved ones. And for others of you, this choice to make a change is allowing you to become it's allowing you of becoming the lead role in your story. So let's start with you, listener, and moving forward, your connection here on out. Have on here on out, have auditions, meaning the connections with people. People are going to have to audition to be in your story because you're the lead role. And I don't care if they're family, friends, colleagues, whatever, place it where it fits, even your children. They have to audition every day to be lead roles in your story and how you want things to play out, especially new connections, allowing new connections to come in. Everyone has to audition. And when you audition, you can decline to say, you know what, I'm not tolerating this into my story because I am the lead role. You get what I'm saying? So once you start putting things in that perspective, that weight of your circumstance or situations will help you to be able to acknowledge and to accept what is. And then you'll be able to make the necessary changes with your free will. Okay. Moving forward, let's take a look at some additional messages. All right. I think I did good. You know, me slowing down and writing it down and making it clear is starting to work out for me, especially if you are a reader yourself. Try that attempt, especially if you're new. It will definitely help you with memorization. It will also help you build a relationship with your cards of really understanding intuitively and understanding what the actual each suit or major or minor arcana in the tarot of what they mean. So we have the Fool in the weekly for April the 3rd to April the 9th of 2023. Now, mind you, for those of you who are just coming in and, it's 2024 or it's sometime down the line of 2023, you're not exempt. This reading is for you. You're not left behind. We all are on different levels. Oh, let's say this, the same level, different phases of the same level. Okay. So we have the Fool here, and this here is saying in this weekly that you have a clean slate, a fresh start. Okay. And that is a choice to accept that and to see it that way. And pertaining to your angel guide message, you have transformation and you have forgiveness and understanding. If you want to get more detail for this weekly with your angel guide messages, go to and make sure that you go to your the weekly, and that is here on the podcast, so you'll be able to find that. If you're on YouTube, you'll be able to find the weekly in the links of any current next 72 from April the 3rd, I believe, starting from April the 3rd. if I'm not mistaken. Just one moment. Yes, it's April the 3rd of 2023 to April the 9th of 2023. All right, closing out, we have the 9 of Swords here, and that deals with fear. Some of you are just overwhelmed. You're dealing with insomnia. Take one step at a time of practicing self-care. There's no need for you to go to sleep with all these worries. You can't sleep because you got so much going on. I can't stretch this enough of saying that you're going to have to take one day at a time. And I'm here to tell you, I would always say, I still say it, I'm taking one day at a time. And that reassures myself, and it makes me realize that, yeah, I am taking one day at a time. But in the past, when I used to say, I'm just taking one day at a time, I would just say that just to whatever connection that I was having an exchange with. It was more so, I'm just going to say, I'm just going to take one day at a time because it sounds good. But then when it got to where I had to lay my head down, it was like, what did I take one day at a time? I maxed the worries. I maxed the frustration, right? And then this fear of, if I change, am I going to be accepted? If I change, why does it have to be difficulties? Why do I get the backlash? Because I want to change for the better. I want more. And taking one day at a time is saying, don't worry about all the extra stuff. Because God says, give me all your worries. Cast all your cares. Let me take care of it because I know exactly what to do. So when you release those worries and those cares of things that are out of control, we have loved ones, we have children, and it's like, why? The whys. You fill in the blank of your whys, because my whys are maybe different from yours, but they have a common connection. All right. For those of you who are having insomnia, it's just your mind needs to rest. Okay. And I want you to download this app. I just downloaded it yesterday. And it's an app that practices mindfulness. They have other things that you can, that it will assist you with, such as, let me find the name. I'm looking. I just downloaded it yesterday. My own counselor gave me that as a resource to use. For others of you, your insight timer. You're probably like, I do practice mindfulness, because I'm not going to lie. I was a little combative with my counselor. I was like, I practice gratitude every day. And my counselor said, well, then, okay, well, what is mindfulness? I said, it's being present. It's like, if I'm driving in my truck, when I'm driving, I'm present. I'm aware that I'm driving. I'm aware of where I'm going. I'm paying attention to my surroundings and my mood, and I'm being mindful. But, how I was able to relate, and I said, for me, that's me practicing gratitude, of being grateful. Like for me to practice mindfulness, it's like, okay, I'm thankful that I have a vehicle to get to point A to point B. And now that I'm in this vehicle and I'm realizing that I'm grateful for having a vehicle, right? I'm enjoying the scenery at the same time, if that makes sense. So the app is called Insight Timer, and you know that it's the right app because it will have a chalice. It's a bowl, okay, a gold bowl, And how I set mine was I selected mindfulness, and there's other options like love and relationships, parenting, anxiety, mindfulness, of course. And there was like 3 other options. Now, mind you, this app is free. So don't click where it says for the pay fee of like $59.99 for a year. For some of you, go ahead and do that. But so that you can see that if this app will be a benefit for you, just choose one thing. All right. And if it works, because I have so many apps in my phone, right? And like, I'm going to need like to set a timer, like, okay, hit the app. So I'm so happy that you took out the time to show up for yourself. So obviously, there is something that you want to change, and showing up was the first step. And acknowledging that, we have to acknowledge ourselves more. It seems like we acknowledge everything else around us, the distraction, disappointments, the needing to meet expectations, making ourselves available, putting our best foot forward the way that we know how to, and forgetting to acknowledge ourselves. So I want you to acknowledge yourself. I want you to get in the habit of acknowledging yourself, telling yourself you're doing a good job, telling yourself that you love yourself. And it's simple. I tell myself boldly and proudly, you know what? I love you. Sometimes I have to text myself and say, I love you, so that I can read it. And sometimes when I send myself these little self-care text messages of encouragement and compassion and love, when I open it, it's at the right time. It's like, wow, I needed this. Thank you. Right? It's balancing your higher self with your shadow self, allowing your shadow self to know, like, no, I'm not against you. We can work together. Okay? Don't forget, love is kind, love is gentle. You can email spiritualguideandlight@gmail.com. When time permits itself, you're not obligated. Make sure you go over to YouTube and subscribe so that you can be a part of the success and growth of the channel. All right? You grow, I grow, we grow together. Become a supporter here on the podcast. Again, you're not obligated when time permits itself. All right? Don't forget, love is kind, love is gentle, and that is you and I.